It's like waking up and realizing that you've already arrived. You've already arrived to your dream life. It's not some faraway thing that you have to imagine what it's like. It's actually here. Your dream life, it's not something that's so far off and unheard of and something unattainable, something left for the future, something, pushed off to the side of your plate because you're going to save the best for last and enjoy it. It's here. It's now. Look around. Look at how the light falls upon, the walls of the room and it looks golden or reflects off your hair or whatever it is. There's like, if you're finding this message, you've woken up. You're here. You've arrived. You have arrived to your dream life. You have finally decided to embrace whatever assignment it is that you've come here to do, whether that's, like being paid to exist, right? Just being you, living and not being, um, like just being you, just sitting in the essence of all that is around you and actually embracing the now moment and having gratitude for it and realizing that you are in your dream life. Like you're here, you've arrived. There's nothing more that you need to do to get to your dream life. It's now time that you start living it. So let's back up here. How do you do that? Right? Well, the first thing you're going to look at is your habits. What are you doing on the daily basis? What is your dream life you doing on a daily basis? Start there. Now, I'm not saying overhaul everything all at once. It's going to be too much. You're much more capable of sustaining changes by making tiny changes over a course of period of time before implementing other tiny changes. And before you know it, you're going to wake up and be like, oh my God, I'm here. I'm doing it. You are the integrated version of your dream self that you wish to be. Now, you can break it down in like a multidimensional aspect. You are already living your dream life. You are already there. You exist in the future just as much as you exist in the past. But your current moment you is who guides the way to whatever reality it is that you're choosing. So, what habits would you do? Your dream self you. How would you handle it? What would you wake up? What would your daily routines be? Okay. So, say you wish to be on a beach in Tahiti, and that is your dream you, that's your dream life. Cool. When you wake up at your resort or your little hut on the beach or whatever, right? What is the first thing that you do? Do you brush your teeth? Do you work out? Do you read a book? Do you have a nice, slow, easygoing morning before, going out to a nice brunch and then, you're hanging out on the beach the rest of the day? Like, what would you be doing on the average of your days? Okay. And then pick one thing that you're not doing now that you would be doing then that you can currently do now, like a crossover habit between your dream life and your current life, and meld them closer to bridge the gap to bring it closer to you. For example, we're just going to roll with the beach on Tahiti one, right? Say you're somebody who likes to have slow mornings. I know I do. I love my slow mornings. Hate the hustle and bustle of like the grind, right? Love the slow mornings. So perhaps you're somebody who likes to have coffee and tea while you read a book, or perhaps you're a writer and you like to sit down and write in those slow moments, or whatever, right? Can you do that now? Okay. Maybe you're somebody who can't do that right now. Maybe you're somebody who has to wake up extremely early and you are sleep deprived and there is nothing you can do about that, but you can make your cup of coffee, right? Because you're going to do that anyways. right? If that's something that you see yourself doing, is that something that you do now? Probably, right? Especially when it comes to like comfort combination things. And if you observe all of the gurus or whatever on habit formation, one of the best things you can do is stacking your mother freaking habits, right? So if you already make a coffee every single morning, and in your dream life, you also still are making that coffee every single morning, okay? What is one habit that you would do in your dream life that we can integrate it with? It's like reading a book. You like to sit down and read a book while you drink your coffee slowly and enjoy it. Maybe you can't do that right now. Maybe you're somebody who makes your coffee and then you leave and you are making your coffee at home because you can't go, stop off at whatever major coffee chain there is because you don't have the time or the luxury of time, I should say, of leisurely in your mornings. You got to be from point A to point B and you got 45 damn minutes to do it. And that coffee takes you 5 minutes to brew, maybe another two to sweeten up, get it just how you like it, pop the lid on, and you're out the door. Okay. So maybe you can listen to an audiobook on your way to work while you drink your coffee. Yeah, it's not exact, but trust me, it's the little changes like that that are going to get you from point A to point B so much quicker because you're already integrating that habit. And I bet you that one of those books that you listen to, there's going to be a little piece of advice in there and it's going to hit just right. And you're like, oh my God, look, there's my sign. There's my next step, right? Because it's often those little movements that we take in our lives to better them, to better the quality of our life. Once we get more into a bit of a flow state, that the best ideas come to us. So, anyways, not saying to start drinking coffee and reading books if that's not your thing, okay? In fact, I would encourage you to probably drink like tea. Coffee's really acidic and not that good for you. Maybe mushroom coffee, okay? Anyways, but in all seriously, the message here is the dream life is now. Now, maybe everything hasn't fully arrived, but trust me, you would not want everything to show up all at once. It would be so overwhelming. Your nervous system wouldn't be able to integrate it. It would be like winning the lottery and then spending it all within 3 months, which is a very common thing people do when they do not integrate in everything fully. So you can manifest the fuck out of whatever it is that you want, but if you're not prepared for it to show up when it shows up, that's another ballgame. It makes it difficult to hold on to it and to embrace it. But by re-engine or not re-engineering, it's like de-engineering. What's it called? Deconstructing, looking at your most ideal life, your dream life, and um, reverse engineering. That's what it is. Okay. Reverse engineering the steps of what you would take every single day. And then just start choosing those little things. And slowly but surely, you will be that evolved version of yourself. Because, let's face it, it takes, a minimum of 21 days to make a habit or to break a habit. So if in your dream life, you walk around your house and you walk into every room and it's clean, then that's great. But right now, maybe it's not there. So maybe like declutter one corner a day and eventually it will be there. But you have to build the habit of actually cleaning every single day for it to be integrated into it. Because, like you don't stop living there, messes still be made. You have to change your habits just a little bit. So instead of listening to whatever endless reel you're scrolling through or, TikTok or YouTube or whatever social media in general. Instead of consuming so much social media, maybe you take that same habit you're already accustomed to, when you end the day and you're just scrolling in bed, and maybe you could learn something instead. Maybe you could study something that you've always wanted to do or that you just haven't had the time to do it because you're so busy with other things. But in your dream life, that's something that you see yourself doing all the time. Like maybe you want to play an instrument, okay? Whatever it is, find one tiny thing and change about it, about your daily life now, because your dream life is already here. You're creating it right before your very eyes with the actions that you choose to take today, right now, in this moment. And that's what it builds upon, and it builds upon, and it builds upon. But in the very least, please look around and be grateful for where you're at, because listen, it's not where you used to be. And you've grown so much between now and then, and you're going to grow so much from here to there. And I promise you that, so long as you are just picking one little thing, you can be everywhere. You can do anything. You just can't all do everything at once. So let's start with little bite sized pieces, pick one thing, and let's see what kind of paradigm we can shift in our lives today for a better tomorrow. Okay, bye.